Why did the Gupkar alliance, and for the benefit of our audience, after the abrogation of 370, Valley leaders who were otherwise opponents, they came together in an alliance called the Gupkar Alliance. Gupkar is the name of a road very close to where I'm sitting, where in fact former Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah, former Chief Minister Omar Abdullah stay. Now, and Mehbooba Mufti used to stay there up the road, but no longer stays there. I think Zafar's question is a valid question कि आप लोग इकट्ठे क्यों नहीं रह पाए, आपने एकजुट करके लड़ाई क्यों नहीं किया?
I'll answer that question. वर्खा जी, पहली बात, नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस इज नॉट फाइटिंग दिस इलेक्शन इंडिपेंडेंटली. हम लोग ये इलेक्शन इंडिया अलायंस के साथ लड़ रहे हैं, जिस इंडिया अलायंस में बहुत सारी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हैं. इस इंडिया अलायंस में सिर्फ एक पार्टी साथ नहीं है, वो है पीडीपी. बाकी जो सभी पार्टी पीएचडी में थी वो इस इंडिया अलायंस में भी हैं. इसमें अब एक पार्टी पीडीपी क्यों नहीं आ पाई? क्योंकि लोकसभा में जो डिसएग्रीमेंट उनके साथ सीट शेयरिंग पे हुआ, उन्होंने इंडिपेंडेंट कैंडिडेट अपने खड़े कर दिए लोकसभा के इलेक्शन में, विच इज वाई एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के साथ, इस वजह से इंडिया अलायंस ने उनके साथ गठबंधन नहीं किया. लेकिन ये इलेक्शन जैसे हमने पूरे देश में, इनफैक्ट लद्दाख में भी लड़ा था, आज भी लड़ रहे हैं. अब जफर साहब की बात आती है, वो कहते हैं कि जो मेन स्ट्रीम पार्टीज है, नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस है या पीडीपी है, बाकी पार्टीज हैं, उन्होंने एक रोड शो प्रोटेस्ट नहीं किया. मुझे एक बात बताइए,
they didn't show a road map or a plan.
ठीक है, they didn't show a plan, they didn't show a road map.
Political.
इंजीनियर रशीद साहब को बाहर आए हुए करीबन 7-8 दिन हो गए हैं. क्या उन्होंने एक प्रोटेस्ट किया है? उन्होंने इलेक्शन रैलियां तो मुझे लगता है 10, 20, 30, 40 कर ली होंगी. Is there a single rally? Is there a single protest he held? Zafar Saab, which you said?
No.
Number two, he used to, एक नारा इंजीनियर साहब का हुआ करता था जेल जाने से पहले, मैं आपको वीडियोस दिखा सकती थी. वो हर बार नारा मारते थे, है हक हमारा राजकुमारी. Have you heard that slogan? No, let me get it. Have you heard that slogan even once? Ever since he is back. Number 3, he says, आप मुझे इतनी सीटें दे दो, मैं जी एक राजकुमारी, मैं जी कश्मीर मसले का हल ले लूंगा अगर आप मुझे इतनी सीटें देंगे. मुझे एक बात बताइए, मैंने अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस उनका कोई रोड मैप नहीं देखा. और जहां तक लास्ट पॉइंट बरखा, जहां तक इस जुडिशरी की बात आती है, लेट्स नॉट फॉरगेट, जिस जुडिशरी ने उनको अपनी ओथ लेने के लिए नहीं छोड़ा, जिस जुडिशरी ने उनको बारामूला का कोई काम करने के लिए नहीं छोड़ा, उसी जुडिशरी ने असेंबली के इलेक्शन के बिल्कुल 10 दिन पहले उनको छोड़ा. एंड द सेम जुडिशरी जिसने फादर स्टैनली को एक स्ट्रॉ नहीं दिया. सो लेट्स नॉट फॉरगेट द कॉन्टेक्स्ट.
Small intervention. I asked Engineer Rashid that when Umar Abdullah says that you are not talking about plebiscite, what do you have to say? I interviewed him a couple of days ago, but I'm sorry, Majid Saab, he didn't give me any answer. He just diverted the whole topic. He spoke about something else.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. It's like you said that they did not do any road protest, that Gupkar or what I call as Bekar allies. Right. It was an alliance of convenience of that time. Right.
हर चीज पॉलिटिक्स में कन्वीनियंस ही होती है सर. एक जमाने में इंजीनियर रशीद बीफ पार्टी करते थे ऑर्गेनाइज, एंड उमर अब्दुल्ला told me we protected him from being lynched in the assembly. I am saying all is fair in love and politics. But go ahead. Yeah.
There are always these possibilities.
Love, war, and politics. Yes.
So the point is that, you know, after abrogation, post August 5, 19.
Yes.
To be honest, now the political leaders, the traditional political leaders, vanished from the political scene. You would hardly, if you just go back in time, and you would see there were hardly any statements coming from either Abdullahs or from Muftis. Right. Hardly any. And Mr. Umar Abdullah almost vanished from the political scene, and he was very much reserved about talking about it. And now, today, what you call the sympathy is that, you know, people are identifying with Engineer Rashid. Because the day he came out, the people, it gave a vent to the people's.
Why are they? Okay, tell me, what are they? एक मिनट, what are they identifying? We define that. What is the point? अब लोकसभा में तो बात हुई sympathy की.
Okay.
अब तो वो बाहर है. His sons can't say he's going to be hanged, right? Abhi, what is the point of identification?
My point of this identity is that people feel like that they can express themselves. The kind of, you know, absence of democracy that was there. The kind of absence of democracy, and democracy does not mean voting alone. It does not mean that I'm going to vote.
Yeah.
It means many a thing. You know that better than everybody else around.
Yeah.
Right. That absence of democracy and the absence of expression, that people were, you know, they were yearning to say something, or they wanted something.
So you're saying he is a metaphor for the unlocking of suffocation?
Of course, yes.
Okay, Ifra.
Of course, yes.
Ifra, respond to that.
That objective was not provided.
Okay,
by the
Ifra Jan,
petitioners.
Ifra Jan.
You see, I wonder, yes, there has been suffocation, but what exactly is Engineer Rashid Saab's roadmap? Is he even talking about the plebiscite, which he used to? You again did not get any clear answer on that. They will tell you everything, but they will not tell you where did that slogan, Hai Haq Hamara Raj Shumari, where did that go? They will not, I mean, imagine a spokesperson and a party that is not ready to tell you what happened to their slogans, what happened to
But
something which
many
was
parties have had to
fundamental.
give up slogans. Your slogan used to be autonomy. You had to give it up.
Rashomari was their first slogan.
राष्ट्रवादी पहले था, उसके बाद फारूक
We've not-
साहब का पूरा
And
autonomy
53 position.
proposal.
We have not given up.
53
You see,
position was there.
19, it
Yes.
still
And they
is-
kept exploiting
You see,
Kashmir for 370 and 35A. for
Okay, let her
I will
respond.
you.
Let her
Number
respond.
one,
Right.
that still remains in our election manifesto. They have very
Not a
quietly moved-
pre-53.
No, even
Autonomy is in your
Yes.
manifesto, but you're not talking
You know-
pre-53. So what I'm trying to
We-
say is
we're
parties do
talking about-
evolve
No.
on their positions.
Yeah, of course,
Correct.
yes.
But so if Engineer Rashid Saab has evolved on his position on plebiscite, then you should make it clear to the public that you have evolved. What is happening here is that Engineer Rashid Saab is accusing everybody of evolving except himself. And when you tell him, when you ask him a question, he's a master at deflection. Now coming to let's not talk about Gupkar Alliance. Let's not talk about let's talk about what is happening right now. Who are the independents that the BJP government is supporting? The BJP refuses to give a very clear answer to who their independent candidates are going to be. You talked about 370. Let's not forget, sir, one of your fundamental candidates from Kupwara constituency is a person who supported the abrogation of 370. I can show you the live tweets. Let's not forget the person, Sandeep Mawa, for example, they talk about being in prison. Interestingly, there has been a person, a political activist in Kashmir called Sandeep Mawa, who's been openly calling for hanging of Yasin Malik. He's been appealing to the government. The videos are viral. He extended his support to Engineer Rashid Saab. In fact, Engineer Rashid Saab was hugging him. So we don't understand which side are you guys
Okay,
on.
Riyaz Saab.
All right. When was it that Engineer Rashid was hugging him? The point is that there are millions of people around on the road and who are supporting Engineer Rashid.
We went to the room.
And
What do you
then
say?
there are some enthusiasts who extend their support. And I'm
But
sure
there
that
is
you know
idea- Riyaz
that we have
Saab,
not
Riyaz
accepted
Saab,
anything out of it.
such
Just
ये
a
है,
sec, just a sec,
ideological
please.
contradictions
Please,
तो है।
I want to make a point.
Okay.
I would like to tell my dear friend panelist that somebody said it, and she must know it very well, that Article 370 is not a Quranic verse that cannot be amended. Right? The date is 3rd of March 1981. Right? And today, again, they are coming up with, we are going to get it back.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So the point is that there's always been a dichotomy, there's always been a deception in the whole narrative of NC. And there has been a deception and dichotomy even in the narratives of PDP. Like, now what I'm saying is, all I'm saying is that today they are out on the road that we're going to get back, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. All right. The point is, PDP got self-rule. PDP got self-rule. What was self-rule all about? I said a quote. I quoted some of the leaders, some topmost leaders of National Conference, saying that in 1981, 3rd of March, saying Article 370 is not a Quranic verse. that
Okay, let
cannot
her
be
respond to
amended.
this. Let her respond to this, and I want to come to
Article
Zafar. Yeah.
370 is not a Quranic verse that cannot be amended, was said in the context because there was Article 370 back then was a temporary provision and it was to be subject to a plebiscite because there was a UN case going on in that sense. And Sheikh Saab had said that it was not permanent because a plebiscite was to be conducted. He was pretty much saying what you pretend to be saying right now. Interestingly, what happens? Why have they changed their slogan? What is their roadmap? They will tell everybody nobody has a roadmap. And one last
What is
thing.
your roadmap?
Our roadmap is very
Because the
clear.
Congress,
First
whom
thing-
you are in alliance with, was the first party to make 370 so weak that it almost had no impact.
If it had
was
no-
symbolic.
let's
By
not-
the end of it,
They
it was
have hollowed
symbolic.
it to the core.
See, this is exactly
Followed
something
it
that
to
the
the core.
BJP will also.
No, but I'm
try to-
asking you,
I'll
aap
tell
bolo. Haan.
You know, this is exactly what the BJP spokesperson, what the AIP spokesperson is saying. This is exactly what comes from BJP, that it was a hollow article. Number one, it
No, you
is
have
like-
hollowed it down.
Okay,
No,
okay,
it's
let
not
me
BJP. You have hollowed
respond.
it.
Let me respond.
You
I've
changed the
heard-
Okay, okay, let us
I've
speak.
heard-
Yes, sir, let us
let's-
speak.
let's
Let us
have
speak. Let us
a
speak.
decent
Please.
civilized
Okay, okay, okay.
debate.
Haan.
Number
Go.
one, major amendments to Article 370 were made during two periods. One, Bakshi Sahab's period, who back then was a B team, and Ghulam Muhammad Sadiq Sahab's period.
Yeah.
Interestingly, who happened to be another proxy of the central government. So proxies have played a central role in following the Article 370. And one thing, if Article 370 as AIP spokesperson saying कुछ था ही नहीं तो कर दो वापस. If there was nothing in it,
It's
return
not
it
about
back to
us
us.
because you sold it out, and so you're
Return
asking
it
me
back
to
to
return
us.
it back.
But you,
What you
that's
sold,
the
you
line
cannot
to the
see.
BJP.
What you sell,
That
you can
was
never
a
get
B-
it back.
that was a
You cannot
BT.
claim it. You cannot.
You
claim
saying
what
you
stolen.
towing the
You had
BJP line.
hollowed it
You
down.
towing
No,
the BJP
it's not
line.
BJP line. It's
It
not
is the BJP
No,
line.
everybody.
Give us validity.
Whatever
We want
people
the
say
hollow
here,
370 back.
you know,
We want the hollow 370
you
back.
cannot deceive people continuously with these.
Okay. Let me come in here.
Article 370.
Okay, I think the point being made here is that the National Conference believes that Engineer Rashid has not taken a categorical position on 370. Engineer Rashid's party, Riyaz Saab here is arguing कि आप ही की alliance partner ने उसको hollow out किया था. आगे बढ़ते हैं. The absent entity, Pakistan. No reference, doesn't matter, no boycotts, healthy development.
Perhaps the first election we're not talking about Pakistan.
Correct.
In fact, no political party
Yeah.
is talking about Pakistan. What used to happen in the past that every time any political party would say that talks should be held with Pakistan, bridge should be made with Pakistan, roads should be opened, divided families should be meet. Actually, PDP's entire manifesto was based on that there should be more connection. They're not giving up on them, but that is not the priority in this election. After 370 application,
What is the priority?
I am saying from the people's point of view, when you say that there's suffocation, people want to give a vent to their suffocation. It's also the fact that for 10 years there's no government. It's a bureaucratic rule. And what comes with the bureaucratic rule is the imposition of taxes, is the imposition of curbs. People are really
So do you believe that this is an expression, though it looks like enthusiasm, it's an expression of rebellion and anger within the framework of democracy?
I think so. In many ways it is.
Ifra?
It absolutely is. In fact, this is the reason BJP is acutely aware of this. This is the reason why on most Kashmir Valley seats, they have not fielded their candidates. And in the Lok Sabha election, they fielded no candidates in Kashmir Valley at all. They clearly said, the spokesperson again, the chief Ravinder Rana Saab again said कि कश्मीर में हमारा चिन्ह bat और ball होगा, as in the अपनी party will be their alliance partner in Kashmir. But apart from that, they did not field their candidates. Interestingly, Barkha, in Kashmir at this point, you can get arrested for a post you made in 2008, Facebook post. One person wrote something on his t-shirt, probably Azadi or something. That person was jailed under the UAPA Act. So this is the kind of curb on freedom of expression that we see. In fact, we've seen dozens of orders by the LG government where people are dismissed for something, a Facebook post from the government services, for a Facebook post they wrote 20 years back. People are not given government passports simply because your cousin happens to be a militant. People are not given government jobs because your distant relative may or may not have been a militant. And one thing we constantly appeal to the BJP government is that if you very rightly allow the people with a separatist background to fight an election, to fight elections, to be MLAs and MPs, why would you not extend this human rights approach to everybody
let's talk
around?
about something very important. I was in South Kashmir and I met in Kulgam Yusuf Tarigami, and I also met the Jamaat-e-Islami Sayyid Ahmed Reshi, who is contesting against him. Mr. Tarigami had a question कि why is Delhi blessing those who have been against India? एक वोटर ने मुझे कहा कि जमात को समझाना पड़ेगा कि जो हराम था वो हलाल कैसे हो गया, मीनिंग इलेक्शंस. जमात-ए-इस्लामी is engaging with elections since I think after 87. 87 elections were widely believed to be rigged. They birthed Sayyid Salahuddin, Yasin Malik. That's historic. Jamaat-e-Islami and your party now have an understanding.
Yeah.
How do you see the Jamaat-e-Islami, a banned organization by the Modi government under UAPA, backing 10 independent candidates?
Well, see, as you said, that politics is all about evolving.
Yeah.
If they are evolving, if they are changing their stance, don't they have a right? Don't they have a right to do things?
I think it's a good thing if everybody takes part, but then you have to explain कि पहले गलत थे कि आप गलत हैं.
No, see, if we put such questions, then there are many people who would be there.
Okay, fair
right?
enough. Fair enough.
Even in the Indian Parliament, you have so many.
Yeah,
people
yeah,
who
yeah.
have
Fair enough.
So many.
Nobody
cases
is
against them.
consistent in
So
politics.
does it mean that all these people should be thrown out of the Parliament, or does it mean that the people should not be? Well, if there are well-defined laws for within the Indian Constitution for all the citizens of India, all right, this is the limit you can go to, and this is the point we'll stop you at, right? And Jamaat-e-Islami was a social religious organization. They had some sort of a role in all the things that happened around. But the point is that what I say, subah ka bula maan lijiye, sham ko ghar aata hai, to what do you say? Turn him away.
Okay, what do you
Turn him
say?
away.
I think that's
See,
fair. Every
nothing-
government in Delhi,
there is
every
nothing-
government in Delhi has tried to bring the separatist into
Of
the
course,
mainstream.
yes.
You see,
Yeah.
Barkha, this is an achievement of the BJP government. Let me be very clear.
Okay.
To get Jamaat-e-Islami to participate in the elections is an achievement that I give as a national conference spokesperson, give to the BJP government. The only problem we have, it's not even a problem, the point that I have is that there is nothing wrong in Jamaat participating in the elections. In fact, Jamaat-e-Islami very clearly in a report by the NDTV, and I can show that to you, Jamaat-e-Islami spokesperson very clearly said that they were in talks with the central government where they wanted the ban to be lifted. In spite of that, they said that they will participate in the elections. National Conference welcomes that. National Conference believes that they should also be decriminalized so that they can fight on their own symbol.
Okay.
The only thing we would like to know, and people deserve to know, is that if you evolve your position, people deserve to know why it's not just you are taking a step ahead or you're going a step back. You're completely turning your ideology around. If you've made such a considerable shift in your ideology, especially after around 1 lakh people were killed, how do you explain that? Do people not deserve? Why did it happen?
Let's take final comments. I'll start with you. The Prime Minister is going to be in Srinagar on the 19th, tomorrow, in a few hours from now. What do you think he'll be focusing on?
I don't think he'll be focusing on making any political statements, making up things about that. He will be, of course, saying that he wants to see development in J&K, more tourism, more opportunities. Focus will be, of course, on youth. But that's all about, Prime Minister Modi came here first time, if you remember, Mufti Saab was the chief minister, and he said that he knows Kashmir very well, and he will follow that plan, and that's what exactly has happened. So of course he went to Kishtwar also. He spoke about a lot of things. He particularly focused on this dynastic politics. That's not something new. He's been doing it in the past, and also how Article 370, according to him, has helped certain families. He might repeat that thing only, and with a thrust on development and focus.
Well, we'll look out for that speech. Ifra, who's going to be the next chief minister?
Whoever it depends on how important and how strongly people want to fight for whatever we lost. Because this is a fight, Barkha, that's going to go to the Supreme Court. The BJP will not give us the statehood back, and that's going to be the first step in ensuring protection for our lands, for our jobs, and to make our domicile laws stronger. This is going to be step one for any government. As I said, this is the roadmap. And if people want this fight to be strong, then yes, it is the anti-BJP camp. As I told you right in the start of the debate, it's the national.
Are you
conference.
feeling hopeful today? How would you describe your mood?
You see, I would say yes, I'm hopeful. But if we look at the past, 70 years of what BJP has done, how it's gotten the kind of, Barkha, at the end of the day, Kashmir is 1% of India's population. National Conference is a small political party that is fighting one of the mightiest parties India has seen in terms of money, muscle, agencies, everything. It's not an easy fight, but inshallah, it's a fight we shall take to its end.